Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim-Nakran. Okay, so starting with the top stories that we're following today, unfortunately, I hate to report to you, but we are following the latest on a death investigation in Atlanta. So let me show you some video.
Police say the victim was
Let me show you
only
some video from the
16.
scene here. So right now, Atlanta police are investigating a shooting death, and the victim here is a teenager, a fairly young teenager. So a family, obviously, they're questioning why another young life has been cut short here and another act of violence in Atlanta. It happened in Southeast Atlanta. Don Shipman reports with the First Alert breaking news tracker outside Atlanta Police Headquarters.
Police say the victim was only 16 years old. Throughout the night and overnight hours, Atlanta police officers have been working to figure out exactly what led up to this shooting. The shooting happened in southeast Atlanta in the city's Browns Mill Park neighborhood. Atlanta police say that the shooting happened right around 7 o'clock last night at a home on Judy Lane, the 100 block of Judy. According to police, when officers got there, they found the teen inside the home suffering from a gunshot wound. The boy was not alert or breathing. Shortly after, paramedics pronounced him dead at the scene. Now investigators with the homicide unit are working to determine the circumstances surrounding the crime.
We're talking with the family right now, and they are shedding some light on the situation and the circumstances, but right now we don't have a clear motive at this point.
It's still a very fresh investigation. Atlanta police have yet to tell us if they have any suspects. Outside Atlanta Police Headquarters, Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.
All right, thanks so much to Don for that report. So, we've also been following the latest in protests around the nation. Really, the breaking news happening overnight, all eyes on UCLA in Los Angeles, where overnight police, they moved in on an encampment. We've been reporting to you a lot of focus on this encampment. Well, so anyway, police now broke it up. They arrested many of the people who were camped out there. The protesters were taking part in what was determined to be an unlawful assembly, causing it to cross over from the exercise of free speech to breaking the law, according to officers. And back here in Georgia, we've been covering the ongoing protests at several university campuses. And there's another one expected today at Emory University. Atlanta News First reporter Rebecca Schramm tells us these protests have been going on for more than a week.
The student protesters say they are committed to their message. They want a ceasefire in Gaza, and they feel like lending their voices to this chorus of student activism across the country just might somehow make that happen. So let's show you how it all went down yesterday. Police were keeping a close eye, and at about 3 p.m. they spotted a suspicious bag across the street from the university, prompting the bomb squad to respond. Well, that shut down the area until police gave the all clear. About an hour later, protesters demanded to speak to Emory President Gregory Fenves inside the Oxford Road Admissions Building. The president came under scrutiny last week after 28 protesters, most of them students and faculty, were arrested after clashing with police. Administrators yesterday told protesters to leave the building, but instead they set up tents and signs refusing to leave. That prompted Emory police to order them to unblock the door and remove the tents. The protesters eventually locked arms and started shifting over, still continuing their chants until late into the night.
We're continuing to mobilize here at Emory's campus in support of divestment from Israel and divestment from Cop City. We're making sure that our campus hears us and our university hears us, and we wanted to speak with the president and ask why we were being forced to leave a building that we pay for with our own tuition.
No arrests that we saw yesterday. Protesters vowed to continue their demonstrations today, even with exams underway. At Emory University, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.
Thanks so much to Rebecca for that report. Okay, also want to let you know that Georgia could soon have its very first national park. Some ancient Native American land here in our state could become that first national park for our state. We already have national historic sites, monuments, historic parks, but no national parks just yet. The Ocmulgee Mounds has been occupied by our native tribes for at least 12,000 years, many centuries before European settlers actually set foot on Georgia clay. Congress just introduced legislation. Apologize, that is not the park. But Congress just introduced legislation to establish a Mulgee National Park and Preserve about 85 miles south of Atlanta. It is already a National Historic Park, but the change to, but the change to National Park, I should say, would bring even more funding and more visitors, and obviously it's a whole new status. All right, let's talk about the forecast and, whether it's any nice weather to go out to a park. Here we are with First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris.
Good morning to you, Joy. I hope everybody's off to a good start to your Thursday. We do have some changes coming as we head toward the weekend, so that's what we will start with. What you see there on your screen, these are the days of the week, obviously, the next 7 days. I'm highlighting Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Those are First Alert weather days. Those are the days you'll want to focus on where you will be impacted by showers and storms Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So basically your Cinco de Mayo weekend. Those are days where we will see showers and storms in Metro Atlanta. So here's our setup, and good morning to you, everybody. Again, hope you're off to a good start to your day. Here we are. So on the right-hand side of your screen, we have a weak cool front that's moving in, and we're getting into the time of year where these cold fronts are not going to be strong, and they're not just going to move through quickly. So this is a weak front, and it's going to take its time to move in because it's, we're getting closer to summer, so these fronts are going to start to struggle. But because it's going to take so long to move in, we're going to keep rain chances around for several days. So our impacts will start Friday. As you can see, pop-up storms expected in North Georgia on Friday, mainly north of I-20. And then as we get into Saturday, that front gets closer, and it'll actually move through Metro Atlanta. So that's the overall highest coverage of rain for Metro Atlanta is Saturday. Then getting into Sunday, that front will pass us by, so we'll lower the coverage, even though isolated storms will still be possible Sunday afternoon and even going into Monday. So today, it'll be mostly sunny and just hot with highs in the upper 80s. And then Friday is when we will start our high-resolution forecast model, because that's when our chance of rain will increase. And as you can see, as early as Friday morning, 7 o'clock, you're getting to work, some spotty showers will be possible, mainly north of Metro Atlanta. So Friday, we're really focused on the mountains more than anything else. If you're in Atlanta or southward, you're likely to stay mostly dry. But notice, especially Friday evening, this is 8 o'clock, we do have some rain, even some storms moving into North Georgia. So Rome, Canton, Gainesville, northward, you have the best chance for rain, especially Friday evening. That's what we will be focusing on for you. Going into Saturday morning, we will see some scattered showers, but it's really more Saturday afternoon. Look at this, Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, we will see widely scattered showers and storms out there. And this is super important. First Alert meteorologist Ella Dorsey and I have both talked about this. Saturday will not be a washout, so you don't have to cancel your plans. It'll be a very summer-like pattern where we'll have these pop-up storms in the afternoon and evening. Some of those storms could be on the strong side, so you'll certainly have to dodge that, but it won't be like a washout where it's going to rain nonstop. So certainly keep your plans on Saturday, but know that you're likely to get wet at some point, so have a backup plan, be able to get indoors quickly, have that umbrella nearby, but again, certainly not a washout. Then as that front actually passes us by on Sunday, the coverage of rain will go down on Sunday. So here's your 7-day. You can see Friday, spotty showers, mainly north of Atlanta at 30%. Saturday, a 70% chance of showers and storms in the afternoon and evening. And then Sunday and Monday, that chance is lower at 40%. So we'll still see pop-up storms on Sunday and Monday, just not as high a coverage as what we're going to see on Saturday. And I want to point out Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, just because of the time of year, it will be warm, it will be humid, so we could see an isolated strong storm each day. We're not forecasting any organized severe weather, but certainly an isolated strong storm with some gusty winds will be possible. Lightning will also be out there as well Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So that's our time frame for rain. Before we get there, 87 and mostly sunny today. Most of Friday is dry, especially Atlanta southward, 82. And then low 80s through the weekend because of that rain. Once this system passes us by on Tuesday, mostly sunny, and we shoot up to 88 degrees on Tuesday, and we do have 90 in the 7-day forecast getting into Wednesday. So it will be hot next week, even though it will be relatively drier. So that's your forecast across Metro Atlanta. Again, the highlight will certainly be this upcoming weekend. We'll remind you, you don't have to cancel your plans, but have a backup plan, especially on Saturday if you're going to be out for like the Kentucky Derby, any Cinco de Mayo plans, a lot going on this weekend. Be in a position where you can get indoors soon if you are going to be out and about. But we don't think you need to cancel your plans. Again, a very summer-like pattern with those showers and storms on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Beyond that, it just gets hot, and it's going to be fairly hot today as well, but it'll be really nice today here across Metro Atlanta. So we hope that you can get out there and enjoy it. On this Thursday, 87 again will be our high. We'll keep you up to date with an updated forecast on Atlanta News First at noon. We hope you guys have an amazing day, and until next time, we'll see you soon.